Hey guys, it's me Maltus here, and today I'm gonna tell you a story, and it's not just any story that you heard before, it's a brand new story, but I will take you back, so you could say it's an old story, but it started out 2000, the year 2000. You may be thinking, Night Online came out 2004, I'm sure. Like you, came out 2004. I can read it on the forums, I can read it everywhere. Well, that's maybe what you're thinking. And that's maybe true. That My KO came out 2004. But have you ever thought about who came up with the game in the first place? Well, that's what I'm gonna tell you in this video. I'm gonna tell you how it all started. It was like any other day in Korea. A class big as about 100 students were programming, and they were creating a masterpiece that day. Night Online. They were programming Night Online. Can you understand? No. But 2000 was the year. Between 2000 and 2002, they were programming this awesome game. And you may be wondering why, or how, or anything. Well, I don't know. That, my friends, I can't answer. But what I can answer, I have done some deep fucking researches, and I will make proofs on this. If you don't believe me, I will let you know that this is real. So 2000, 2002, that's 2 years. The development. They were developing the game for 2 years. When it reached the closed beta, the very first closed beta test. They had it in 2002. Let's see if I can find the exact date, but it doesn't matter really. It was 14 years ago. Can you believe that? 14 years ago. It's Night Online is actually one of the first 3D fantasy MMORPGs ever made. The only games I can remember right now that was before was EverQuest. EverQuest came out in 1999. And then we have Prison Tale 2001. But other than that, there was not many games with this kind of engine that was running a smooth, awesome, and good-looking 3D MMORPG. So, well, 2002, they were having the earliest version of Night Online, and it was not really the same game as it is today, not at all. I would say they've changed a lot of things during the years and during all the expansions released, but I will get into that. I just spilled a shitload of Coke, not Coke like that, but you know, Coca-Cola in my knee. But feel no sorrow, my friends, because I will continue my story. So listen up. Alright. Year is 2002. Night Online has just reached a closed beta test in Korea. And the amount of players that was allowed into the beta was 1,000. There were 1,000 Koreans that were testing the game for the first time. They launched a testing server. hang on. They didn't expect anything about the game really. They were just messing around in class when they made the fucking game. What is that to expect really? Turks? No, I don't think so. Turks didn't exist back then. Believe me. I know. Alright. So we move on to 2003. From Korea to Malaysia. Can't really pronounce anything right now. But you get me. I hope you get me. Alright, so 2003, Malaysia. They got their hands on the server files. They were just rushing in the middle of the class, stealing one of the hard drives. They were having all database, all server files, everything was on that hard drive. They were just stealing it and took their boat. They didn't have, you know, what's it called, engines on the boat back then, so they just rowed back to Malaysia. And when they got back to Malaysia, they were developing the game even more than what the Koreans already had, until they came out with the first version of Night Online as we know it today. And that's the basic Night Online before any of the expansions. You know, if you ever played old school Night Online, if you ever played any 12 version 1200, 12,000 something, it's that version with piano, it's with Breath Village and all that old good stuff, you know what I'm saying? So the time went by. Malaysia had their closed beta test in late 2003, and in the beginning of 2004, or it was actually at the end of 2003, they were making the game and the server official for anyone to check out. And they began the open beta in 2003. So, what happened next? Well, they were hosting the game, everything went fine. In late 2003, 2004, beginning of 2004, K2 Network came in and said, I don't know what the fuck they said, but they got their hands on the shit and they put up the server in the US. So that was the beginning of USKO 2004. And excuse me for not having a script, but in fact I do have a script, so I'm just gonna take a look at it now. So the first base version of Night Online went on 2004 until they came out with the first expansion of the game called Night Empire. In September 2005, a major update known as Night Empire was released that changed a few maps, added new item upgrading systems, and introduced the king system into the game. So, bye bye Breath Village, bye bye piano. So that's pretty much what went down. Sad times. I loved the Night Empire expansion though. It was a great expansion. They could have kept it there, I mean. But no. A year went by. And now we're at 2006. Region of the Firerake. Does it ring a bell, Felanco? Yeah, it should do. It should do if if you're old enough. If you're old enough, you're allowed to smoke inside your own apartment. But that's not really related to this story at all. So, 2006. The year is 2006. On August 2006, August 3rd, 2006, a new expansion called The Legend of Firerake was released. This update added Bifrost, Nereid Island, Aldrim, Dragon Cave and Monster Suppression Zones. Many new quests, monsters and bosses. Change the user interface. And you know what I think about that? I think that was a really stupid... they made a game gay as fuck. Anyway, they changed the user interface, introduced the post office system and chaotic generator, and increased the maximum level cap to 80. And yeah, years went by. Should I say year? They could only kept that shit for a year. They only kept that expansion going for a year until they released another one. And that, my friend, was Mordon, the Resurrection expansion. Well, released in 2007 as Mordon the Resurrection. This expansion added a couple of new things to the starter city, Mordon. That's when the new Mordon came in, guys. And yeah, the map was totally modified with a new city. Oh, hang on, guys. We gonna have to turn this on again. Alright, Mordon, the Resurrection. This map was totally modified with a new city and large hunting areas. It also introduced the requirement of level 35 for leveling in the map and level 30 for trading to other players. Yeah, so basically the map, they mean. You couldn't go to Lufferson if you were orc, or Elmorad Castle if you were human, if you weren't level 35, and you couldn't trade to other people unless you were level 30. This expansion included the ability to raise pets with premium. You couldn't raise pets without premium. What the fuck? Why do I need a pet when I do have auto looter in my Heavenfire KOXP? Well, something didn't make sense to me. Anyway, acquiring the accredited knight and royal knight ranks, you could get the long capes. Ugh. Faggot capes, if you ask me. Buying medals for national points and the border defense war and you read mountain events was released as well in this expansion. I don't know if you noticed it or not, but I was pretty calm in the beginning. Now it's just big fucking mess in my head. But I will keep going, guys. I will keep going. Right? Alright, so the year is 2006. And Mordon the Resurrection fucked it up. Forgotten Fortress. And we are at 2007 Mordon patch. Excuse me. And now we're at 2008 Forgotten Fortress. Released on October 21, 2008. Excuse me. This expansion raised the maximum level to 83, adding 1 or 2 skills for each class. A system for manufacturing weapons and armors was added. Ronald Land was modified to accommodate new monsters which drop materials for manufacturing. New zones introduced as Kravas Dominun, Ronald Land Base, and Orid's war map. Yeah, it's the new Luna war map, by the way. I don't know why they call this stupid fucked up name, but I can't pronounce it anyway. Cross was introduced, Ronald Land Base, blah blah blah. Many new quests were added and the existing ones were modified to become easier. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Like, where was we? Where was we? Which was what? Where were I? Where I? Yeah. All right. So they modified the quest to become easier. A buying merchant mode was added. Previously, merchants could only be used for selling items. And the help request system also debuts in this version. So they were adding a buying merchant feature, which was pretty cool. Alright, so there you have it, guys. 2008. I'm a bit upset right now, so I can't continue doing this video. But yeah. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see part 2 of this shit, where I will keep going from 2008. There you have it, guys. Malthus here, signing off. Peace. Boom.